it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about The Oval, Season 2, Episode 13, Every Weekend. At first, I didn't know what every weekend stood for until at the end, and you hear Nancy say it. They kill me with these titles of these shows. But anyway, shout out to everybody in the comment section. How's everybody doing? Okay, I think this was the season finale. Am I wrong or right? I don't know. Y'all let me down in the comments, in the comment section, because they said at the end it'll be back on July 20th. I'm like, say what? If this was the season finale, it didn't leave me like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next. Did any of y'all feel that way? Because I know I didn't feel that way. But anyway, before we get on with this, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now. I need those subscriptions because I am trying to meet a deadline. I'm trying to meet 500 subscribers. Please subscribe now. Help me reach my goal before my birthday. I would love you and love that. Please. Anyway, this episode was remember last week I was like, I ain't coming back no more. But I had to come back just to see something, you know. Whether I'm coming back in July, that's another story. Because Barbie J is like, what? This was... Anyway, okay, let's get started. Of course, it ended with the way it started. It started with the way it ended last week, the way it's supposed to. Donald walks in on Lily and Bobby, you know, and Bobby got the gun. When did he take the gun to bed? When she threw him down on the bed, I didn't see a pistol by his side. But yes, he pulled the gun and he's pointing it at Donald, knowing he ain't gonna do nothing. Donald's like, here, put it at my head. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? He ain't did shit. He ain't do nothing. We all knew that because then the show will be over. You know, it's like we need Donald around. So he does nothing. Lily trying to act all cool and bad. She's still up there with her legs open in the bed. And don't you have to be at work and all of this stuff? And he's like, who is this? And you knew him all along. Yeah, I knew him. That's my lover. All this stuff. I'm like, girl, please. Stop trying to be. She's sitting there going, you know, they go through this whole cat and mouse thing. And he leaves. He's asking how long has it been going on. She said, how long have you and Kyle been going on? I'm like, you know, who are you, Donald, really, to be asking this? Because you done did the same mess to her. So anyway, she's trying to play cool. He just leaves. He finally leaves. Donald leaves. Bobby is like, you need to go because he's going to try to kill you. Oh, I know him. He's not going to hurt me. He wants me. There's this big dinner tonight or tomorrow, whatever the week. And he wants me on his arm and blah, 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 blah. And oh, I know what. Yeah, he ain't going to do it. But his ass to get Kyle to do it, stupid. Lily's so stupid. That's why she went there. I really think it was Max. Who y'all think called? I think Max called to try to blow up his spot. I really think that shit was Max. And if it was, that's messed up, Max, for him to do that. They saved your life, Max. But that's the only person I could think that would call his private line, as he called it, a secure line. So while Lily and Bobby trying to figure it out, and he's like, maybe they got to Max or who's the other person? Max or Diane or something. You know, they trying to figure out who it was, but they didn't. So I don't know. Let's move on for them because they was ridiculous. I think that whole scene was a little bit off for me. But then there's Sam finishing off Victoria. Really? And then go act like he feeling all bad and he shouldn't have done it and all this shit. It's too late. You done f***ed up your life right now, Sam. You done messed up your life. And the fact that, you know, he's going through all of this, does she still get her period? Or can you take the day after pill? You done came all inside of her. She gonna be pregnant with Sam's baby now? Is this what we gotta go through? Damn, Sam, you stupid. Damn. You gonna do something stupid like that, end up losing your damn job. At least Hunter knew to do people that, well, no, Hunter was messing with Ellie, but he's the one with the power, though. Sam, you don't have no power. You took the lesser job, stupid. Anyway, he was like, oh, ma'am, I can no longer work your detail. She's like, what's with the ma'am? We're not going to start this again, ma'am. I'm sorry, you know, I can't, you know, or what about my wife and so? She said, I don't care about her. You know, he's like, I know you're going to make her life miserable. I'm not going to bother your wife. I'm not going to do, no, I know you. Oh, you think you know me? Yes, I know all about you. Then why the F you was effing her? If you know all about her, why would you get yourself mixed up in something like that, Sam? That was so stupid. God. So she got to the point where she said, fine, I'll take you off the damn detail. I'll take you off. And he's like, what? What? Yeah, she's like, get out. And then when he's at the door about to fix his pants and stuff, she was like, no, you don't get to fix that in there. Get out. Get out. And she made him leave, and he opened the door, and Richard is there with tea. God damn it. Richard is there with the tea. Richard sees him and is like disgusted, but how you gonna get so disgusted? You sitting there wanted to sleep with Frida, and you told your son you wanted to bring her home and sleep with, you told the wife you wanted to bring her home and sleep, and you told Frida I wanted to just bring you home and sleep with you, just to use her. You were using her. So anyway, we ain't gonna talk about Frida. Sorry about that, y'all. I digress. So he opens. He says, Richard says, here's the tea you requested. I didn't request any tea. No, your son did. She said, well, as you see, my son's not here. He's like, yes, I am. And the son opens the door. Homeboy was peeping, watching the whole damn thing. Not only that, he videotaped it and audio taped it. Oh my God. Don't they know who their son is? Damn. Damn. If he could see in your bedroom when you're doing it, he's everywhere. Come on. I just laughed. And he comes in there because Jason crazy anyway. Because Jason come in there and they set the tea down. He goes out and he pours the tea and looking at his mother and stuff. Talk about it smells like sex in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but Jason crazy. And if you don't know your child's crazy, you shouldn't be doing no stuff like that around a crazy child. So then, Jason goes out, they go out on the veranda or whatever that is, the balcony of the White House. And, it's like, he's talking to Victoria and he's like, do you know how it looks for me seeing your parents having sex? She's like, shut up and get out of here. She was so pissed at him. He's like, just wait until his wife finds out. And not even that, wait until dad finds out. Now, she said, you think I'm scared of your father? No, that's right. You're not scared of anybody. You're not scared of anybody. But she's like, just get out of my face. And I said, there it is. Jason gonna tell. Sam done effed up his own life just for a quick, I wanted it. Just for a quick, he done fucked up his life with his wife, his job, everything. Everything. But knowing crazy Hunter might let him stay on if he promises to F his wife and leave and have her leave him alone. That's how crazy that family is, right? Anyway, so let's move on from there because Richard and Sam, they start talking. They in the kitchen, they talking and stuff. And Richard is pissed. He's steaming like, you fucking first lady and my wife. What is going on? He's like, what are you talking about? I never touched your wife. I never touched Nancy. And he's like, well, honestly, I was hoping you did because then that would make all of this easier to accuse you of it and stuff. He's like, I never touched your wife. I never put a hand on Nancy, And he said, well, who did you did you fuck the first lady? Yes, I did it. She kept at me. Oh, you men with your excuses. She kept at me. Come on now. You were thinking with the wrong brain, brother man. She kept at me. I wanted it. And now she's going to make my life a living hell around here. And he said, you should have thought of that first, homeboy. He said, you know how much I need this job and stuff. He said, well, anyway, Richard didn't even think about that. Richard still think about Nancy. He said, well, anyway, did you see Nancy with anybody when you came home? He said, just your family. That's the only one I saw with. So Richard's leaving out and he's like, well, where you going? He said, I'm going back to work. He's like, what? He said, I can't help you. He said, I ain't got nothing. What did he say? There ain't nothing I could do to help you. You did this. He was like, there ain't nothing I could do to help you. You did this on your own. And he damn right. Sam done effed up, y'all. So anyway, they show Kyle with Diane, and it seems he drugged her. They were no longer in the elevator. So he drugged her and got her. How did he get her past security out of the White House unless he still got her somewhere in the White House where there's no cameras or something? And then he could pull out a saw and cut her while she's screaming? Because he was like, you're going to tell me everything. He said, you're going to tell me everything, starting with who you're working for. And he told her, don't die before I get it out of you. I need you to talk to me, okay? Who you did it for? He said, I'm going to start taking one toe off at a time. All right? One little toe at a time. We're going to cut it off until you tell me everything. The thing is, he going to kill you anyway, honey. Whether you tell everything or not, he going to kill you anyway. So you should have never said shit. But Diane sang like a canary. They didn't show that part, but we learned that out later. You know, because she was like, I ain't telling you shit, but she told. Anyway, Hunter is finally having a board meeting. We finally see them having a board meeting. Really? They having a board meeting, and he's staring at Ellie, and Ellie's staring at him and stuff. And one of the older white women in the board meeting notices it, and she says something at the end of the meeting. You know, he goes, I need to speak. Hunter goes, look, I need to speak to Ellie in my office or something like that. And in the Oval, the white woman goes, oh, did you see, is it me? Or does he have problems focusing, trouble focusing? And Donald makes some kind of excuse up for him why he's not focused and stuff like that. You know, he has to get into the job and stuff. And then he tells her, and he better not hear her repeat that up again. She's like, okay, sir. Whatever that means. Then we got Ellie. She gets in the Oval Office and gets on her knees and begging him. She's begging Hunter for forgiveness or something, you know. She said, I don't know. He said, why did you have him? I don't know. It's something about the way you smell. You know, I'm falling for you. She said, I don't know why I took them. He's like, I don't believe you. It's like your kisses, they make me feel so safe. And she making all this bullshit. And he's like, I don't believe you for a goddamn minute. This old bullshit, he said, you know. She's like, maybe I thought it was a way, a sweet and romantic, a gesture, something like that. And she shows... So he's like dismissing her and telling her she could go. Just leave. And then she want to show him an article on her phone that she thought could help what's going on with them. And he reads it like, whatever, you know, like he still dismisses her. And she comes back and she's still pleading her little case and stuff. How does somebody like me feel? I don't know. I don't have any power and stuff. He said, I remember before you were saying you had all the power. Now you ain't got no power. So she was just doing all of this stuff, playing this poor little girl thing, and him being powerful and wonderful, and you know I'm good for you. And see, she done messed up with Alan. Now she ain't got nobody to fall back on. That's what happened. So she begging and making herself look like a fool. That's just what he said to her. Then we got Nancy alone at the funeral home singing Hallelujah. Jesus, oh Lord Jesus. You know, she's singing some hymn, and Priscilla walks in and ain't nobody there. I don't know who Nancy told, because you can't tell me Picky's boys wasn't going to be there. And I'm sitting there wondering why Barry wasn't there. I was sitting there wondering why Richard. I still thought Richard would be a decent enough man to show up for that. Whether you mad or not, the decent, respectful thing to do would be to show up. But maybe she didn't tell him either, because I would have known. She told him nobody came. Picky's friends, I think, would have been there. I ain't never been to a drug dealer's funeral, a drug person's funeral, and all his boys in the neighborhood ain't there. They always there. They come out for theirs. Anyway, so Priscilla helps her to she's upset at herself. Priscilla's talking to her. Nancy's upset at herself for not doing the right thing. You know, when she was younger, and we learned she was only 23 years old when that happened, you know. So Priscilla helps her to decide whether, you know, to tell Richard who the daddy is or not. You know, tell him. And she was like, Richard will go crazy. He will go crazy. Ain't nothing good gonna come. Ain't nothing good gonna come from telling Richard. Oh, we don't watch the same show? Do you see anything good coming for her not telling Richard? Has anything damn good happened since she has not told Richard? Her marriage is about to be over. What just happened? Ain't a damn thing good. Your son getting more disrespectful to you. That's the only thing that's been happening. So, I mean, that's that. So then they show Kyle and Alonzo. Kyle is telling Alonzo to go to the precinct and get all of the 911 tapes, all the backups and the records. You know, he said, it's your chance to be in the big leagues. And Alonzo is so excited. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to run with the big dogs, you know. You know, yes, sir. You got it. I'll be there. And so then Kyle comes into Alan's office door. Why did Kyle come in that door? Somebody tell me. Doesn't Donald's office has another door that they could come in that he usually comes in? Maybe he did that just to let Alan remember who he is. Right? Because then he come in talking about, hey, cutie. What the fuck you calling Alan cutie? Alan ain't no into guys. Why you doing that? You know, so he just messing with him. So he wants to see Donald, but he said Donald don't want to be disturbed. He said, yeah, I think he want to see me. So he knocks on the door. Donald don't want to be bothered, but he goes in there anyway. He said, sir, it's me. He updates him what happened with Diane and said she was a tough broad. She told everything and stuff. And he's like, what's wrong with you? I can tell something's wrong. And he finally tells him that he saw Lily with Bobby, that's who she's messing with. And he started laughing. And then he said, oh, so that's who's working together, Max and Bobby. He said, how do you know that, B? Oh, because she know Diane sung like a canary or whatever he said. She told everything before he killed her. Said her body's in the van ready to be disposed of. Diane was a dumbass. That was so dumb. That was the wrong way. I'd rather her not said that, but then had somebody chase her. But to have her say that made her stupid before she died. She was a dummy, So he kept saying, what's wrong with you? And he said, did you call me today from a secure line telling me to go home? And he's like, no, I really think it was Max. Who y'all think did it? Who do y'all think called his secure line and told him? I really think that shit is Max. And if he did it, he effed up. He's wrong all the way. I'm really not liking Max. Max probably could have just died as far as I'm concerned, the way he been behaving. But anyway, so he said he saw Lily and Bobby having sex and stuff. And Kyle was so jealous that Donald is distraught about this, upset and distraught about what happened. He's like, all I did to try to get you to fall for me or something like that. I don't know what it was. He was just crying me a river or something. I'm talking about Kyle. So Kyle walks out and leaves. Out the door, he should have came in the first damn place. Why he went through Alan's office, I never know. So stupid Barry gets the money together. And he counting it, putting some in his pocket, leaving some there. What? Don't it look like a whole lot more money than it was in the first place in that shoebox, y'all? It is a whole lot of money he got. And I don't know what he doing. Why you putting some in your pocket, some in the shoebox, and then still going outside with the shit in your pocket and the some in your... It was just stupid. And so he going to meet the Rackaduchis. He go get his daughter back. And then Nancy's like, where you going? I'm going to get my daughter. Your father said to wait for him. I don't care. I don't want dad to come. That's why I told him the wrong time. She was like, you know what? What is wrong with you, boy? She was like, what did she say? Didn't your father tell you to wait? She said, what is wrong with you? She said, why are you so hard-headed? He said, because I'm your son. See, he need to get slapped for that one. I'm your son. I would have been up there. There you go. You could take that lump with you out there to the Rackaduchis. Like he didn't get his ass whooped when he got out there. So she said, okay, be hard-headed and do what you want. I just buried one child. I guess I might have to bury another one. What? You had Pinky's funeral without me? See, I was wondering how come Barry wasn't there. She said, yeah, the way you been acting, what the hell I'm going to tell you for? It's just... I guess I understand a little bit. She's like, what? I don't know if I understand, but that's what he said. Anyway, so he left. What happened? Priscilla goes to the hospital. Priscilla goes to the hospital to see Miss Laura, and she finds out that she died from Miss Laura's husband. And he's like, I went home for a few hours to get sleep. When I come back, she was dead. She was gone. I don't understand. She was getting so much better. She said, oh, I'm so sorry, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. So he gets up to leave, and she asks the nurse, excuse me, did Miss Laura have any visitors? Did she have any visitors last night? And she said, not that I know of or can share. I said, or can share? Kyle must have said, don't say shit. You better not tell nobody else here something. She said, or I can share. Who would say that? And Priscilla caught it too. She's like, huh? So she said, does everybody have to come this way and to get in her room? She said, yes. And she's looking around like at the cameras. And I'm hoping she get those cameras, those surveillance cameras. So hopefully that helps. Alonzo gets to the precinct to pick up the tapes from that detective. I still don't know his name. If anybody knows his name, put it down in the comment section. I still don't know that man's name, who the detective at the precinct. And the detective told him that, I'm sorry, you're too late. They already came and got him. He said, who took him? Agent Smith. He made up a damn name, got them. Alonzo walks out. He called Kyle and tell him about an Agent Smith and all this stuff. But the detective calls Sam and tells him what just went down and said, yo, do y'all have a Detective Smith there? He said, why? He said, because I just made up a name. He said, he about to catch hell if that's if there's a real person there with that name. I said, I'm glad he warned him because that is true. He about to catch something. you know, so he said, you better hurry up and come get these tapes before they find out that there's no Agent Smith, you know. So Sam said, I'm on my way. And then what happened? Donald tells Alan he's leaving for the night, and then he asks Alan if he's okay because he's been acting strange since he caught him and Kyle together, Donald Kyle. And he said, no. He said, I just got some personal things wrong. He said, you sure? No. It has nothing to do with that. He's like, you make sure you're okay with this. I'm okay. I'm fine. He said, just some personal stuff. No. So that was that. And he said, you know, and then of course, you know, as soon as Donald went out that door, crazy Jason came in the other door, and I knew he was coming. And he's still trying to get Alan to kill his father and telling him he's going to kill him. He needs to. Our plan is to do. He said, no, dude, we ain't never had a plan. I would never do that. I would never know. I haven't made up any plan. Never. Not nor never kill your father. There's no, I mean, he was just like, you need to go, kid. You need to go. He said, he's there with her, deep in her right now. I think Jason was lying. Just to get him to upset. He said, dude, why you torturing me like this? Get out. So he kind of pushed Jason out. Don't put your hands on. No, get out of my office. He pushed him out and closed the door. Because Jason was torturing him, but Jason was lying because I don't think the president was with Ellie at that point. So I think he just wanted to piss him off so he would kill his father. Anyway, what was one of the last things that happened? Let's see. Oh, then Jason calls Priscilla and tells her that Sam slept with his mother. And Priscilla was trying to be cool. You know, she didn't want to, she knew crazy Jason. She's like, Jason who? You know, and then when she realized who it was, she was like, oh, sir, what can I do for you? And da-da-da-da. How did they get their fucking numbers at home? Come on, their personal phone numbers. Come on. So he tells her what happened. She said, yeah, where's Jean? Where's Jean? The last thing I knew, she was in your room. Where's Jean? You know, he's like, oh, he started getting upset. No, you know, I told you, I didn't see her. I don't know where she's at and all this stuff. He said, look, I could put it on tape. I know where your husband, he slept with my mother. And I can't get the video on my phone, but I could get the audio. So she hears Sam going, okay, you hear, but no, it wasn't Sam. It was Victoria you heard. So really, Priscilla, that might have been Victoria with her husband. You just don't know. Because I never heard Sam. Did any of y'all hear Sam's voice? I didn't hear Sam's voice. I thought I heard Priscilla's voice. Victoria's voice. But Priscilla was getting upset and she had to hang up and scream. Ah! She was like, I can't do it. Ooh, I was like, I'm glad she didn't do it to let him know, you know. Anyway, it switches over to Richard coming home, looking for Barry. Nancy asks to speak to him. He don't want to speak to her unless she's going to tell who the father is. She said, okay, I think I'm ready to tell who the father is. He said, what? Who is it? And she's like, can you sit down? No, I just want to sit your ass down, Richard. Just sit down and listen. Obviously, there's a story behind it. He just won't even listen to what she's trying to say. You see, it's hard for her to tell. Damn, where's your compassion? Where all that went? Oh. So she tells him she's ready to tell and promise me you won't fly off the handle. And he's like, look, it ain't gonna go that way. You just tell me who it is. Okay? She said, no, I'm not gonna tell you if you don't promise to be calm and don't fly off the. Okay, I'm gonna do that. She said, she started with the, I know how much you love this man and look up to him and idolize him. And I didn't know that I was that lonely. I didn't realize, you know, he would come over every weekend. There it is, every weekend. He would come over every weekend and bring flowers and we'd pray together and stuff and take me to church. And he was not so sweet and kind. And he's like, what happened? Richard, it only happened one time. And Richard is formulating in his head. She said, it only happened one time. I swear. I'm so sorry. He's like, my father? She's like, I didn't mean for it to happen. And so Richard's like, wait a minute. He's like, did he rape you? See, that's what I wanted it to be. I can't believe Tyler made it that she just innocently went with him. But then she was 23. His father was an older man. He probably was so kind and loving, and she didn't realize, you know, you get that attention and that feeling your husband is away and stuff. And yep. She said, I was only 23. I was young and stupid. She got to be in her 50s now, Richard. You got to forgive her for that. You got to forgive her. You need to be more mad at your father. Because she couldn't have did it without him. I'm sure she didn't say, I want you. Who knows? His father could have put something in a drink or something of hers. You just don't know what happened. And she's sitting there going, I didn't realize I was that lonely. He could have spiked her drink and made her, I don't know. But she know it happened. Let's just say that. So we found out it was a daddy. I told y'all it was a daddy, but I thought she was getting raped. And then it ends with stupid Barry showing up with the money, meeting Ruth, talking about where my daughter? Where my daughter? She in the van. How many times you gonna fall for that in the van shit, Barry? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me. In the van. What you doing with all this money for? Oh, when we join the cult, you have to get rid of everything you own and stuff like that. And oh, come on, I ain't playing this game. Just give me my daughter. He go to the van to open the door. And they all come out the van and proceed to whoop his behind. I bet you wish his daddy was there now. And not only did they whoop his behind and take the money, because like I said, he had money in his pocket. I thought they would leave him there. They took him too, dummy. Now what? They got you and your daughter, and they could kill you. But you didn't want your father come because you so tough. When did you become tough? Shit, you a punk behind with Pinky. Pinky was tougher than him. His cousin, I'm sorry, his brother. Forgive me, y'all. But I just thought that was so stupid for it to end that way. I did not know this was the season finale. Returns July 20th. Y'all let me know in the comment section if I missed anything, if I forgot anything, what y'all thought about it. I thought it was dumb. I ain't looking forward to July 20th. July 20th might go right past me. Y'all gonna have to remind me about July 20th. That's how I feel. So this is your girl, Bobby J, saying peace.